Good evening, everybody, and welcome to our first episode of Supernatural. So we're going to be starting a Supernatural RPG playthrough, and I have carefully selected players who are, for the most part, fans of the show. So with me, I have Tamara.
Hi, I played Jack.
And Webby.
Hey guys, I'm Webby and I play Robbie.
And Devin.
I'm Devin and I play Felix.
And Anthony.
I'm Anthony, I play Ned.
And I will be your GM for this evening and most every evening. My name is Rob, but they call me Edquist, so. What were you going to say?
I say just this time, not next time. We'll find a new DM next time.
Oh, every episode, it's a rotating DM.
Yeah.
I cry. I mean, that would be how, because they rotate writers, it'll probably be closer to the actual show.
Right.
So we decided that you guys do not know each other, except for Felix and Robbie?
Yep.
Okay. Do you want to have heard of each other?
Sure.
All right.
I mingle with a lot of different hunters.
All right. So also think about what kind of reputation you would have for the few hunters you've met, actually, let's do that now. So Tamara, what would people know about Jack? If they had met her, basically what rumors would people have heard about you? Or people you've worked with have said about you?
Yeah, what's your rep on the streets, yo?
Angry, bit of a loose cannon. Sleeps around.
Okie dokie. Promiscuous. All right, Anthony?
Childlike mindset, but really good in a fight.
Okie dokie. And Webby?
I'm very nerdy, very bookwormy, and not overly physically imposing. I get bullied sometimes.
And Devin?
Resilient.
Oh my god, there's so many Jack! What all is happening?
She's got the multiply spell.
Resilient. And physically imposing. And last but not least, probably smarter than he looks.
All right, so that is all you've heard of each other. So we are starting off. We're going to kind of parallel things, just so your listeners know, because the players already know this, with the actual TV show. So we're starting off at the beginning. So as things progress, they will also be progressing in the background with Sam and Dean. So at certain points, they will get to certain things that happened in the show, such as the coronavirus, the apocalypse, and so on and so forth. I'm not going to give too much away. That's in the future.
Which apocalypse?
Every single one.
Eventually, depends on how long we play, I suppose. So that's what they have to look forward to. But tonight we're starting at the beginning. Sam and Dean are looking for Hot Pop tonight, and today it's daytime, and so we're gonna look in on the lives of our intrepid hunters, starting with Webby and Devin. What are you guys up to?
Probably driving.
Yep, he's driving.
Trying to find a job to do.
I was going to say he's driving. I'm in the passenger seat researching jobs.
Okie dokie. So what are you researching? Are you researching newspapers? Are you researching...
kind of smattering. I think we have some...
Laptop?
Keep in mind, we have that real shitty laptop.
Yeah. Well, I don't think we have... I think we have equally shitty cell phones. I can't get a hotspot in the car. So, looks like I picked up a newspaper at our last fill-up. And I recommend that we stop off at a diner so I can get some Wi-Fi.
All right. I could eat. So we would do that. We would stop in at the next town, find a Wi-Fi spot.
All right. You find a place called the Olympia Diner. It
Sweet.
seems to have Wi-Fi.
We go in. We research.
Okay.
I'm very polite.
As you sit down, a very bored-looking waiter comes up to you and says, "Welcome to the Olympia Diner, home of the Colossal Burger. How may I help you?"
I
How
will take
colossal
that.
is that burger?
I don't care. I'll take it.
He looks at Felix. He looks at Felix and he says, "It's the Colossalist." Is that
Right,
2 burgers then?
Come on, Felix. Listen to the man's enthusiasm. Yes, we'll take
Yeah.
2.
Take 2.
And he writes stuff down. Drinks.
What time of day is it, Rob?
It's about 2:30.
I'll take a beer.
I was gonna say I look around the diner. Do they have a liquor license to even serve beer?
He's writing something on his pad. He didn't say no, so
All right, beer it is.
very good. He just kind of walks away.
I gotta play to my addiction.
We're both functioning alcoholics.
Alcoholics. Woo. All right. It's gonna be fun. So is there a research roll we have to make?
Yes, please.
First roll of the game goes to research, and it's going to be a botch. Watch.
Probably. I believe in you and your botches.
Hey now. Don't forget, you can make me re-roll once per session. So if you want to kick that out now, I'm fine with that.
Oh yeah, you're unlucky.
Uh huh.
I also am.
Oh, you found something. Re-roll. You found nothing. Guess you guys are out.
I
of the
think
game.
you're really unlucky. I think you're more
No,
lucky.
that's the thing. Yeah, you can re-roll once. He gets 3 times with me.
I think me, you have like a lot of the same like flaws, but you just have them more severe than me.
Yeah.
Like how far along in alcoholism are you?
Just one. Just
Okay.
the D4.
Okay. We're equally alcoholic.
I guess it would be
A knowledge roll. Or
knowledge. Yeah. Yeah, I think knowledge should be more because you're looking in the newspaper. So give me an intelligence knowledge roll.
Felix.
If you have the history, you can roll that as well.
Yeah.
If he's looking in a newspaper, can I look on the internet?
I'll say history or culture. Sure.
So to do this right, I got to roll. I just add on both those dice like they would be, right? So
yeah, and whatever your intelligence is plus whatever your knowledge is.
all right. So
And-
1d6 plus 1d4, got it, and then just roll it, and we get a 9.
So you find an article about a man that was murdered, and the murderer was later found and seemed to have been crushed to death. The man that was killed was murdered with a sword, which is what makes it pop out to you.
Oh.
And the crushed guy, they can't tell what it was that caused the crushing injuries. But he was the owner of a place, like a pawn shop, kind of.
And whereabouts is this at?
It is in Indian Falls, Indiana, which is about a 6-hour drive from you.
Better than North Dakota last week. Yeah, I'll flip the paper around and show it to him. Yeah, I caught us a case.
Real quick, Rob, would investigation work for future reference in looking for...
Depends on if you're using the internet. Investigation, yes. For newspaper, I will say it's knowledge.
Okay, so I could have rolled intelligence investigation for the laptop.
Mm-hmm.
All right, it's just future knowledge. A case or two? Or are they both the same? The crush guy and the sword murder? Is it
No,
the same thing?
the crush guy was the killer.
murderer.
Was the murderer of the guy with the sword, and they found him crushed.
Oh. All right. Are you sure that's really the case? It sounded like just some crazy dude with a sword.
Then what crushed him?
I mean, good point. Or listen, I don't think straight when I haven't eaten in a day. Where's that colossal burger?
So yeah, by this time the waiter comes back with 2 plates and he puts them in front of you. Enjoy your colossal burger, and he does.
Yo, real quick, can we get these to go?
I would be delighted in assisting you with that, sir. And he just kind of turns around.
All right,
Hey,
you
wait,
can just
before he
you can just
leaves,
bring
I
us the
just take the
boxes.
beer.
We'll bag them up.
Before he leaves, I
He
just
did.
take
He
the beer
left-
off the tray.
No, he started to walk away with the beer. When you say that, he turns around and he just like puts them on the edge of the counter, and then he turns around again. You still have the burgers in front of you. You're gonna infer he's going to get some kind of boxes.
All right,
I would just down this beer real quick.
The beer is warm, by the way.
Oh,
that's fine. That's fine. I don't. It doesn't bother me.
I mean, I'll drink it. I'm not happy. I'll down that beer real quick.
Are the burgers like? Do they come wrapped in like some of that paper wrapping stuff, like half wrapped or whatever?
Mm-hmm.
I kind of nudge Felix and say, "Dude, we should just take these and go. Just dine and dash."
I mean, do you really want to dine and dash here?
Are you paying for this? I left my wallet in the truck.
Of course you did. I'll pay for it.
All right.
So the waiter returns with 2 boxes and 2 bags, and he hands them to you in the bill.
Okay. I slide the bill over to Felix.
Of course you do. I'll pay it and I'll be like, you're gonna be the next one.
Yeah, sure.
I feel like this is a constant thing with us.
Thank you for joining us at the Olympia Diner. I hope your experience was unforgettable. Please join us again. He takes the money and turns around.
All right.
You said that was in Indiana?
Yeah.
Indian Hills?
Indian Falls.
Indian Falls.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'm writing this down. So. All right, we go.
Okay. So
Felix, you
they
better
are
not have
traveling.
tipped that guy. Just saying, you better
Oh,
not
God,
have
no.
tipped that guy. All right.
While you're traveling, we will look in on Tamara and Jack. Well, just Jack. Or maybe we won't.
Sorry, I forgot I was muted.
Okay.
She is currently climbing out of a vamp nest.
Oh, geez. I assume then that you are covered in blood.
Oh yeah, it was a small one, but she gets into her work. And she's hiking back to where she left her bike on the road, which is about, 2 or 3 kilometers.
Alrighty. So as you are running, you get a phone call.
Alrighty, I answer.
Hey, hon, it's Sarah.
Who's
Listen.
Sarah?
Sarah is a hunter that you have worked with once or twice before.
Okay, that would be good information to put in before, but okay then.
Nah. Just roll with everything. So, hey, I got a tip on a job, but I'm kind of busy. I wasn't sure if you were free.
She kind of looks down at herself. Ish. How can I help?
Well, there's some kind of weird incident at Indian Falls, Indiana, and it's the 3rd incident of the same, almost exact same type. And I was going to go look into it, but I got held up. So I thought maybe you'd like it. Sounds like your alley, sword fighting and.
Are you
crush
sure
people.
it's not another serial killer like Kentucky?
It could be.
You know I hate hunting humans.
I doubt it's a human, hun. It's guy was crushed to death with no visible means. So
Yeah, that one might be interesting. Okay, whereabouts am I at the moment, Rob?
you are in Kentucky.
Which is how far from where I need to be. I don't know the states, remember.
It's more you're gonna arrive definitely after Webby and Devin, but not like too much.
Like, am I riding all night or what? Like, this is what I'm
Oh
trying
yeah,
to
you'd
assess.
have
I'm
to
on a
ride
bike.
all night. Yes, you would
Okay.
have to.
All right. Well, I gotta make a quick stop. And she kind of looks down at herself again. I gotta make a long stop. I can be there tomorrow evening.
No, it would make actually no. You know what? It's not going to take you all night. I was wrong about where Kentucky was. It would probably take you about the same amount of time as it's going to take them.
Yeah,
So
but
about
she's gonna make a
7
stop.
hours.
She's
Yeah.
gonna make a stop.
Yeah, to wash off. So
Yeah.
okay. All right. So we'll say if you want, you can arrive sometime in the night, or if you want, you can wait till the next morning. It's up to you. You probably arrive with all you have to do. I'd say if you just washed off really quick and then went, you could probably get there around midnight or 1 a.m. Or you can wait and sleep and go in the morning.
She's wired on adrenaline. She's just gonna go do a quick wash.
All right. So where do you go to wash? Because I want to see how this goes.
Well, she's gonna get back out to her bike. And let's say she's going to recall that there was like a farmhouse not far. So she's going to kind of sneak in there, borrow the hose for the most part. And then when she hits the next town, she'll hit a hotel and she's at least not completely covered in blood.
Okay. As you're hosing off, there's like a little kid in the window watching you with an eyebrow raised.
She's going to look up at him, shrug, give him the thumbs up. Bolt for her bike.
He's gonna duck down under the window.
Nothing to see here, kid.
Alrighty. So Anthony, what are you up to?
I am currently sitting at a little workbench that is inside of a study at a kind of like a pretty upscale house belonging to a archaeologist named James Templeton, and let's just say he's in Connecticut. So that's where rich people go to retire. And, James is sitting at his desk looking through I guess artifacts that he's collected, and I'm just sitting at my workbench cleaning my guns.
Okie dokie. So James is like, he's picking up some stuff and putting them back down. He kind of glances over at you. You're as interested in those guns as I am in my artifacts.
Except my guns actually do stuff.
Oh, sometimes artifacts do things as well. You never know what you might find.
So when you say sometimes my artifacts do stuff, I'm gonna like quickly reassemble my gun and then point it at an open window and shoot it at a tree, and I'll look at him and say, "Can yours do that?"
He's gonna just look at you and look at the tree and then sigh. No.
You'll notice that the tree has a bunch of bullet holes. Like I do this quite often.
No, they can't. You're awfully noisy with that thing. Can't you go,
You wouldn't give me money for a silencer.
All right. Well, listen. I have a job for you.
About time.
It'll get you out of my hair.
Okay, where am I going?
There is a museum.
When he says museum, and I'll like kind of like pull like the cock of the my gun trigger. I'm like, seriously?
They've recently procured several objects that are of interest to me. Some of them may be a bit dangerous. It's in southern Michigan, so it'll take you some time to get there. And he like hands you he scribbles something down on a piece of paper. And then he hands you like 2 photographs. It's like, these are the items I'm interested in. See if they're for sale. And if not, then he kind of cocks his head. Do whatever's necessary to obtain them. They could be very dangerous.
Anything I needed? What do you mean by dangerous? Like,
he kind of wiggles his fingers at you. Your supernatural dangerousness.
can they be killed with these? And I'm like, as he wiggles his fingers, I shake my gun in front of his face.
He kind of shrugs and waves at you. He's like, well, that's your job to figure out, isn't it?
No, you normally tell me how to kill them. You gave me a wooden stake for that vampire.
The problem is I don't know. Like, if you look at the photos, there's a suit of armor and a ring. So they're not really like creatures; they're objects. I don't know if they're cursed or what is up with them, but you'll have to see when you get there, I suppose.
Fine. I'm like sticking my hand out for like a check. Like, you wanted me to buy them, right?
Yes. So he writes out a check and he leaves it blank, and he very clearly writes the name of the museum on it. It's like, it is only for the museum. And then he writes out another check and he says, this one is for you.
Is there a dollar amount on that?
Yes.
Okay, whatever. I don't.
I'm sure you guys have negotiated a fee that he usually pays you. It's whatever he usually gives you.
He's fairly frugal. He doesn't care that much. So I was like, okay, and then he'll just go. He'll go. I'm like, all right, I'll pack my stuff. But anyways, I'll go to my room and pick up all my weapons and stuff and head out.
So as you're leaving, he's like, if the objects do need to be destroyed, that's fine as well. Just they need to be out of the hands of the regular public.
Okay, destroy artifacts. Got it.
If you can.
I left already.
Okay. Alrighty. So, first arriving at pawn shop would be Devin. While you're arriving in Indian Falls, Devin and Webby.
All right. I fell asleep on the way at some point, so you gotta wake me up.
I smack him in the arm. No, wait. Is your head leaning up against the window? I jerk the wheel and make his head hit the passenger window.
I look over at you, like, hold my head, like,
oh, there's a squirrel. I tried to miss it. I'm just eyeballing him.
I just eyeball you and just shake my head.
Yeah. So, we're checking in a hotel. How long do you plan on staying here?
I mean, we need to do an investigation, see what's up first, see if this is a case.
I'm telling you, it's just a dude. crushed by fucking something heavy. Okay. Where was it? In the city, in the town?
The crushed guy was the owner of a pawn shop, and that's where he was discovered. The dead guy was discovered in his own home, cut down by a sword.
We want to start,
Mm,
or do you want to take the pawn shop and the house?
no, we'll stick together. Let's go to the pawn shop first.
All right, we go to the pawn
All
shop.
right.
Do it.
So we do that thing.
All right. So you arrive at the pawn shop. It's Veronato Pawn. I almost said porn. Veronato Pawn.
Vernado?
Yep. And there's like police tape around the entrance, but you see there's some people inside though. Like they're police tape, but it's like obviously been cut through. Like it's just kind of dangling there.
All right.
Make my way in. Make our way in for sure.
Yep.
So an older lady with glasses looks up, and there's two guys in there like packing up boxes. We're closed.
I look
Well,
at Felix.
Hold on. I take it closed on the account of I forgot, the person who was murdered owns this place, or the murderer owns this place.
The murderer that was crushed to death was the owner of the pawn shop.
I take it it's on the account of the current events, and he kind of just motions to the police tape.
Yeah. If you knew what you're here for.
He'll reach in his pocket and pull out a very expired private investigator's license. Say, actually, I was just asked to look into this. I'm a private investigator. This is my partner. And he'll quickly put it away. Just show it and quickly put it away.
Yeah, she kind of squints at it. She's got pretty thick glasses, so she just kind of like squints at it, and then she just kind of shrugs. What do you want to know?
Anything strange? Obviously, besides what happened, anything strange leading up to that?
I don't know.
What was the killer's name? What was this guy's name? Let's get a name for this guy.
George Veronato.
George Veronato. All right, Mr. Veronato. Yes. Anything strange with Mr. Veronato leading up to this whole incident?
I don't know. He was talking crazy for days. Said something about stuff moving around on its own.
Mm-hmm. Go on.
I mean, he was convinced somebody was breaking in. None of the security cameras ever showed anything. Stuff was broken. Stuff was moved. She kind of shrugs. I think he was a drunk.
And this just started happening.
Well, yeah. I mean, it was after he bought some stuff from another pawn shop that closed.
Stuff like what?
Oh, I don't know. A bunch of stuff. The place had to be cleared out. Something happened there, too, I think. I mean, there was some lamps, some furniture, fur coats, some jewelry, and that giant suit of armor.
Suit of armor. Did the sword that was used in the murder, did that come in that new batch as well?
Yeah. It went along with the armor.
Okay.
Oh, I'm gonna walk. Is the armor over there?
Mm-mm. You don't see armor anywhere. Most of the stuff is boxed up. But you don't see a box big enough for there to be... Like, they're all mostly smaller boxes.
Is there an invoice for all of the items purchased from the prior pawn shop?
I'm sure there is. It's probably one of these boxes here.
I'm gonna need to see that.
Look,
I'll walk over and start digging through boxes.
she takes out one of the boxes from behind the counter, and then she puts on another one, like 2 big boxes on the counter. If you really want to look, all the records are in these 2 boxes. Knock yourself out.
Where's that armor that you're talking about?
Oh, that I guess there was some kind of museum wanted it. Said it was an actual not a replica. What's that? Genuine. Some kind of genuine armor from the Middle Ages. They wanted it for the display, so I sold it to them. Figured why not?
Where's this museum?
I believe it's in Michigan, Hoppers Bay. The Bayside Museum of Art. I think that's what it was.
Good to know.
Oh, no, it was the Bayside Museum of History and Science. That's what it was.
Bayside Museum of History and Science.
Mm-hmm.
He just scribbles that down. But all right, then he walks over to the other box, and you start digging through the other box with his esteemed colleague here.
Okay. Let's see how long this takes you. Roll me a...
Oh, this is investigation for sure.
Yeah, I'm just deciding. I guess intelligence investigation.
So I roll both dice that I have?
Mm-hmm.
Now, investigation falls under what? You can roll the primary skill, right? Or no? Or no? Is it like you roll intelligence and like knowledge or whatever it is, or lore, whatever that goes with investigation? But if you have investigation, you can then roll that instead as a specialty, or you can't roll that. In this case, I just roll the flat dice.
What is investigation?
It's under perception.
Okay, perception. Yeah, so if you have just perception, you can roll that instead. But if you have investigation, then you get the boost to up to.
Okay, yeah, that's what I thought. I was just making sure. Okay, so 2 of those. And roll. I got a C.
I don't know if this is going to roll.
It rolled.
I got a 13.
He's a D12.
Okie dokie.
I have a D12 in intelligence, and I use a D8 for investigation.
That's where all your stats went. Got it.
I'm the bookworm.
So yeah, you find the invoice from the other pawn shop. Like
Porn
you said,
shop?
there's the pawn shop. Yeah, so there's the armor and the sword. There's a bunch of different like jewelry and stuff. Like there's a ton of stuff in this list.
Do they still have some of the stuff in the pawn shop currently?
Are you asking me or are you asking me?
I'll ask the lady. Hey, anything else on this invoice still in the pawn shop?
You guys. She takes the list. She starts flipping through it. Let's see. There's this hat. She takes down it's an old kind of fancy top hat. And I think in that box over there, there's a set of dishes. I think that's it. Everything else is already gone.
Listen, we're going to need this as evidence. The ongoing investigation.
Do you have a copy machine?
We did, but it's packed up. I'm not unpacking it for you.
All right. Well, I'll tell you what.
And she puts her finger on the hat. And if you want the hat, you're going to have to buy it because you ain't cops.
Listen, do you want us to come back with a warrant?
If a private eye could come back with a warrant, sure, honey. Show me.
I was just going to say, I'll go to the local print shop. I'm going to make a copy. I'm going to run down the street to the local print shop and make a copy of this. I'll bring it back.
She kind of waves at you. That's fine. Whatever.
Yeah, how much for the hat?
She kind of looks you up and down. For you, $10.
And then I stop at the door. It's like, oh, I'll pay for that. Oh, wait, I left my wallet in the truck. Sorry. And then I walk out.
And how much for the dishes?
The dishes, I mean, they're a little chipped. You can have those for. Actually, I'll give you all of it for 15. The hats and the dishes.
Fine, I'll take it.
She goes over to the box and unpacks the dishes. She kind of slides them over to you. Enjoy.
Were the dishes the only thing in the box?
No, she had to rummage around a bit.
Oh.
Who packs? She's a terrible dish packer.
Yeah.
You have to rummage around in a box for dishes. You're not gonna have dishes for long.
Well, no, there's like other dishes and stuff. Like this is just only like packed a bunch of dishes. These are the only ones that were on the list though that you want.
Like, hold on, I gotta move this brick.
Hold on.
I gotta move.
Do I see a small-ish empty box anywhere since they are packing everything up apparently?
Yeah, like they have there's like boxes on top of the thing that are not folded up. Like they're flat, unfolded boxes.
Right.
You can make a box, is what he's saying.
Yeah. I'm just gonna grab one of those and like make the box and start putting the hat and the dishes in the box.
She eyes you over her glasses, but she doesn't say anything.
I gave you $15 for both this. Just don't. All right, that's all I'm doing. I'm bringing this out to the truck.
Yeah. So I ran down to the local print shop. I'm assuming it's whatever. Relatively within walking. I mean, if we're downtown or in part of the area, I'm assuming there's a place where I can make a copy or something relatively close by.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'd do that. Is there a place that looks like they would stay open later than a pawn shop in the area?
There's a grocery store,
like within like
a 24-hour one. Yeah,
like seeing distance.
Mm-hmm.
All right. On the way back, I'll swing by the grocery store and just ask one of the employees there, and just kind of say, so apparently the guy that owned that pawn shop over there, he said he was before all all the mess went down. Said people were breaking in and moving stuff around. You guys didn't see anything, did you?
He kind of just shakes his head. And no. I mean, I could ask the manager, but we never got reports of anything. I mean, we're not that far away. I think we would have heard their alarm or anything.
Yeah, it's plausible. And then I'll grab 2 beers out of the cooler and pay for those.
He rings up your thing, puts it in a bag.
Thank you.
Have a nice night.
You too. And then I'll head back over to the pawn shop and take the lady back her invoice and have the copies of my invoice.
Okay. She takes it back from you and kind of nods. She puts it back in the box. Anything else I can do for you, investigator? Mr.
I'm
P.I.
good. I think we're fine now. I don't know if you guys are gonna close up shop too quick on us. Had more questions. I can swing by later.
All right. You should probably get your friend here some food. He looks like he's about to waste away.
Listen, I got one more question before.
Yeah?
Did you do it?
Did I do what?
Kill the owner?
The owner killed the other dude.
Oh.
Well, the owner is dead too. He was crushed to death.
Right.
Yeah, he was crushed to death.
Right.
Yeah, did you kill the owner?
She slides her glasses down to the end of her nose and looks down at you. Maybe I did, Sonny Jim.
All right. No, you're our number one suspect, lady, just so you know.
I'm glad. Now get out.
I'll be seeing you later. How you doing? And then I walk out.
Okay. All right, so by this time, it's probably about 8 p.m.
We get a hotel room.
Yep. We get a cheap motel room. I crack up one of those beers and I look at him and say, "So what are you thinking?" I'm
Definitely
right
the
now,
old lady.
I'm
No?
working. Put a pin in that.
Okay.
I'm thinking either a possessed object or maybe a cursed object. What's that book of yours got to say about it?
I mean, it could be a vengeful spirit.
Could be.
The one dude was crushed. He must have been crushed with something.
He was, but he also murdered a dude with the sword.
Right.
So the sword could also be cursed or possessed, or the armor itself could be.
True.
I was going to follow up tomorrow and call the museum and see if anything strange has been going on since they purchased that armor.
Yeah, well, I mean, that's one of the reasons why I bought the hat and the dishes. We don't have one of them fancy, reader things.
EMF readers?
We couldn't afford those, remember? But I figured...
I don't know why they cost anything. I think it should be basic equipment at this point. But
I thought it was stuff that we just built, but that's fine.
You're a smart guy. You can't tinker together an EMF reader? Out of an Altoids can and a battery and a car battery?
Listen, I might be able to find something. We could do this old school with the recorder that I have, though, and then listen back and see if we hear any spirits. But if it's cursed object, that might be a different thing altogether.
Cursed object, you gotta find a witch at some point. Figure out why.
Do we know what kind of sword it was? I'm assuming like a medieval style sword, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right.
I mean, you haven't seen the sword. It just said sword in the...
Right.
Oh, actually, the manifest would say, medieval, basically like a long sword.
All right. Well, I mean, that rules out some type of spirits. Just throwing that out there as I flip through this journal. Yeah, no, I don't know. I'm thinking a ghost of some fashion.
I'm with it. I think ghost is where it's at. It's a cursed object. That's going to be more of a pain. I mean, fire still works regardless.
Because if you think about it, a ghost is capable of possession. So the ghost could have possessed the shop owner into killing the other guy with the sword, and then just could have crushed the shop owner. There has to be a connection. Can we find a connection between the shop owner and the other guy who died?
You are going to have to check.
I'll let you.
I'll do that all day.
Computer. Well, I lay down in the bed, and I put a quarter in the vibrating bed, and then I in the bed beside me, lay back and drink my beer.
I guess a 5 won't get me very far.
You learned the guy's name.
The stabbed guy?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's all you don't know how he knew that. You don't find anything about how he knew the pawn shop owner.
All right, so George Vernado was the crushed guy, and then who was the person killed with the sword?
Michael Danefield.
Michael Danefield?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm going to say that Colossal Burger hit me real hard. I'm tired. I can't do this right now, and I'm just going to pass out at the table.
Okie dokie. All right. So we're going to stop there. Thank you for joining us. You can find everything we do at distractionsmedia.com. And we hope that you've enjoyed the first episode of Supernatural RPG.
Supernatural at the porn shop.
Supernatural porn.
That's actually kind of appropriate for most Supernatural episodes. Sutures.
This is true. This has been a Distractions Media production. To find out more about the things we do, visit distractionsmedia.com.